Welcome to this demonstration of Mondoo's Agentic Vulnerability Management and our Move the Needle workflow. My name is André and I'm a Principal Sales Engineer at Mondoo. One of the biggest challenges in today's environments are the sheer number of vulnerabilities and misconfigurations and the lack of prioritization. But even if a prioritization process exists, a clear path on how to patch the system is not available, and the traditional patching processes are slow and manual. Our agentic vulnerability management approach enables you to use an automated workflow that closes the loop from vulnerability or misconfiguration detection over prioritization to full remediation and storing the evidence for reporting and audit purposes, and all of it without human bottlenecks. This demo showcases how a self-healing infrastructure can work, also in your environment. Imagine the platform automatically notified you this morning that a risk score for a device significantly changed. The first thing you notice is the overall risk score here on the left, which is 80 in this case. You can also see that there's one top action available to reduce this risk immediately. If we now go to the device itself and open it, you can directly see that it is internet exposed and that there are also processes listening on open ports. This is actually posing a significant risk if not patched immediately. As you can also see, there's only one CVE that popped up this morning. And if we open this one, we can gather all the required information about the CVE itself, the insights, how it can be actually exploited, the EPSS score, and then as well the remediation. The remediation here is available in a simple script that you can copy and paste, but also as an Ansible playbook to fully automate this process. In this Ansible playbook, we will now use for our automated patching. As a quick side note, we're using GitHub as an example of how a fully automated remediation pipeline can look like. This can also be implemented with the pipeline and software you are already using and familiar with, like Microsoft Intune and others. And if you're not using anything, we are happy to set something up for you. So if we now go back to our dashboard, I can create this fix right away. I'm clicking here on Take Action, say Fix Finding, and say Generate. Now the fix is submitted. We can see the hours that we would have needed to fix this manually and the hours that it now requires to fix it with Mondoo, but I will show you that this is even quicker. We can now show the workflow right here in the platform. The pull request in this case is submitted and created in seconds, and the vulnerability manager or the team who's responsible for the patching can review the details and approve the change. We'll do this right away. We open this page. You can see here the information that is in the pull request, what should be patched and what should be used. And then also in the files changed, you can immediately see that this here is the playbook that you just saw in Mondoo that we're now using for the patching here in the pipeline. So once the vulnerability manager or the team approves this pull request, the system will get automatically patched in the background. And as you can see here, we have the information what should be patched. You can see that the PR merged was just updated, and now we are just waiting that the fix is confirmed. All fully automated and working in the background, and you will see the results right here in Mondoo. As long as this is running in the background, we switch back to the security pipeline. And let's discuss the scenario of what happens when the old package gets, for example, reinstalled by an employee or a non-approved rollback is done. This is covered by our so-called regression handling, where our agentic vulnerability management AI capabilities will automatically detect a drift as the platform knows that this specific vulnerability was already approved and patched. In that case, Mondoo can automatically run the security pipeline to fix this vulnerability again and fix this issue forever. And remember, this can not only be done for vulnerabilities, but also for misconfigurations in your environment. And you can be sure that what you have approved and fixed once will stay fixed forever. Now ask yourself the question how you handle this today, and how long does it take to get actually the information that the drift for something you have already fixed even happened? And how do you know how it was fixed back then and what needs to be applied now to get it fixed again? These are usually very difficult, if not impossible, questions to answer, and the risks of not being secure and failing audits is then very high. With Mondoo's Agentic Vulnerability Management, we offer you a fast, reliable, sustainable, and audit-ready solution so that you don't have to think about these issues anymore. You can also run the security pipeline on a fixed schedule if you want. And if we now go back to our overview, we can see that the one that we just submitted 1 minute ago is already fixed and the fix is confirmed. So the findings are not there anymore and we have now a fixed asset. And if we now go back to the asset, we can actually see that there's no risk anymore and that there is also no CVE anymore. And if we go back to the dashboard and reload the dashboard here, we can see that the space risk score is now down to a 0, which shows that this device is fixed and I can be sure that it stays fixed. So this shows that security automation that only surfaces findings isn't enough anymore. Remediation must be actionable, traceable, and also repeatable. And by treating Mondoo as a single source of truth for desired state and leveraging Mondoo's Agentic Vulnerability Management AI capabilities, the issues that you fix will stay fixed forever. So thank you for taking the time to watch this demo of our Agentic Vulnerability Management approach and our Move the Needle workflow.